Hello and welcome to my nuclear presentation. Nuclear power. What can be said about it? It's a crucial part of today's society, and it's a very unstable source of energy. Oh, excuse me one moment. Hold up. Stop what you're doing. What? Who are you? I'm you 25 minutes from now. Interesting. I believe this. Don't get sidetracked. Huh? What? I'm doing my presentation right now! Oh no you aren't. You bring up the topic of nuclear energy, and then you get sidetracked and review the movie the day after. That sounds like me. I got a science DVD before I got from the library. I can just watch that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How? We're the same person! Anyway, nuclear energy originates from the uranium atoms being split during a process called fission. The video goes on to explain by through fission, power plants can generate that heat for producing steam, which is used to power a turbine generating electricity. This is done by releasing heat in a fuel rod. As the video progresses, we later learn that if these fuel rods remain uncontrolled, they would melt the reactor core in the plant. What would be the solution, you may ask? With the control rods, of course, they're brought in to slow down the fission process without the loss of a reactor core. Now that we're on the fast track, this should be over in no time. Yeah? Hey Fernando, I'm you from yesterday. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm stumped. Go to the library and check out the following books. Nuclear Power, Energy Now and the Future. A DVD called Nuclear Energy. Nuclear or Not. Fueling the Future. Nuclear Energy. Canadian Nuclear Energy Policy. Red Atom. Nuclear Power and Beyond. The International Atomic Agency. Yeah. But what do I do after that? Get to work! You inconsiderate. Moving on. There are plenty of pros and cons regarding nuclear energy. Let's do a brief rundown, shall we? Number 1. This type of energy emits low amounts of CO2. This is truly a plus, since it doesn't amount to the tons of CO2 being released in the atmosphere in comparison. Number 2. A single power plant can generate high amounts of electricity. As we saw in the video, the power plants can be an efficient source of energy. Number 3. Most of the technology we use today involves nuclear energy. Hey, it's really useful. Though the one that's most universally known is the microwave. It seems that nuclear energy has a positive side, but we haven't touched upon the negative aspect of this source of energy. Number 1. Drastic and unstable nuclear meltdowns. Let me state that this is probably the most concerning drawback to nuclear energy. Some of these meltdowns include the 3 Mile Island incident and the Chernobyl incident. No one in this generation can recall these horrible events without a little research. So, for those who don't know about this, I'll give you a brief rundown. On March 28, 1979, a minor malfunction in the system caused the single worst nuclear accident in U.S. history. What started as a malfunction destroyed 90% of the reactor core in the plant. Because of this, several locations around the plant were infected with a radioactive radiation. The cleanup cost a whopping $1 billion and didn't see completion until 1993. Luckily, no one received radiation poisoning because of this event. Chernobyl is another incident that bears some resemblance to 3 Mile Island. This one is considerably different, since one full reactor core was destroyed, 31 people were killed, and affected several people with radiation poisoning. These incidents fall on the lines of the cons on my list, which that it destroys wildlife, and that the radiation negatively affects humans in a negative fashion. Another concerning con on this list is that nuclear power is also harnessed as a weapon. This can be easily regarded as the single most controversial topic, and is still growing on concern today. Yeah, just hold on a sec. Take a look at this. I feel real safe now. But uranium is a scarce and rare component, so that calms down my fear of certain doom, for now at least. What? Help! I'm writing the script. This is so confusing. You're talking to your 6 selves at once. Tell me about it. Now I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, now I remember. Because of these drawbacks, nuclear meltdowns have a negative effect on the environment. Aside from nuclear meltdowns, nuclear energy provides an indisposable waste. This has been a subject of concern since there's no real efficient way of disposing this waste. The most effective method that has worked out thus far has been storing in waste locations around the world. In my opinion, the government better get on working something fast, or else we'll all be walking in radioactive waste. Fortunately they are, but they have yet to find more places to use as storage, and they have perfected the carrier containers to avoid unnecessary contamination, so that's always good. Oh my god, what?! Whoa, calm down. Just so you know, I've done the work now. I should be angry. I'm trying to do a presentation and you guys are interrupting me. Oh my. Jeez, you want to help? Yeah? Well, what did you learn exactly? Apparently you forgot that storing nuclear waste is a subject of controversy, you know. I know that. I just forgot. Oh yeah, that was important. What would you do without me? Time paradox? Sorry, go on. You know, you forgot something mildly interesting about the nuke comments you made. You managed to talk about how radioactive radiation can affect the environment, but you forgot about how the nuclear fallout affects the environment. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How? We're the same person! Well, Fernando 6 is doing rewrites as we speak. Hey. Huh. Thanks. And now we end with our conclusion.
Which is?
That right here. Nuclear energy has been proven to be an efficient source of energy, but has several drawbacks. On the positive standpoint, it's very useful. On the negative side, it can be extremely dangerous when the slightest error occurs, and when it's used as a weapon. I'm Fernando Chen, signing out.
Let's film it now.
Alright then.